So good morning everyone. I presume that everybody knows the reason of this meeting. The agendas will be the decline in performance of the sales and marketing department as well as the personal conflicts that hinders it. I wouldn't wish everyone of you to be professional this time, though I expect everyone to be civil enough to face these problems. At any rate, I strongly oblige every single member of the sales and marketing department to at least offer, if not the rightest, at least the most acceptable solution for the time being. At any rate, we will try to arrive at, of course, the short-term and long-term resolutions for this problem. But first, let's discuss your side of stories which were trending through Facebook this past days.
Alex, if I may, first and foremost, I'm not quite happy with new hires in my department. With all due respect, Miss HR representative, I think they are not vetted appropriately for their religious principles, and that I've been concerned about their ethical standard as well. Also, the use of social networking sites as a Facebook is unhealthy in the sales force.
Excuse me? Social networking is very helpful in advertising and reaching potential clients.
Potential, Jennifer? You knew very well the potential misuse of particular Facebook. Don't you? Say a survey for instance. Besides, it's proven. Yes, Skylar.
Well, if not with your advances to convert me into your ways of thinking, then I think none of this would happen in the first place. Pro-legal use of firearms to empower weak against the strong, that's plain stupidity. You'll only promote public carnage with every single innocent member of society, young or old, guns at their sides, like carrying icons, like their most natural thing to do.
What? You think proposed gun control laws would do us good if it only actually benefits criminals, providing them with an armed populace to prey upon?
Enough, gentlemen, enough. I'm sure the National Rifles Association and the Congress of US would love to hear meaningful debate, but please stop. And about your unhappiness, Mr. Bailey, the HR department does its best to hire people what the founding couple had intended to. That is, people with high ethical standards and people with sound religious background, etc. Are you questioning the Macbeths, perhaps?
I want him fired, Alex, that's all!
Sadly, we can't do that, Mr. Bailey. All sports has its 3 strikes policy. That is, 2 written warnings plus 1 final offense. Of course, with the discretion of the senior management. 20 years in serving, you knew it, don't you? And rest assured, Mr. Thomas had already received 1 written and 1 verbal warning regarding also for his extended time during lunch away from the office. And Mr. Thomas, the higher-ups were sad about your dissatisfaction of the company. Not to mention you have to post it on Facebook. You could have requested for counseling.
Or I could tender the resignation.
Or, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Mr. Thomas, you've been in the company for a year. You got potential to perform well in this company. We choose you because of your highly conservative Christian beliefs, which all sports stands for.
Yeah, all beliefs and no true work. Seriously, your job is to bring new customer in. And I'm sorry, but last month you haven't made any sales at all. That disgrace in my department.
You claim you consider the people you work like a family, but no, you only care for those who are parallel with your own beliefs. The others you harass.
Stop it! Stop what, Miss Anderson? Mr. Morrison, don't stop reaching for my hand. Your 5 years of reputation will worth nothing.
Miss Anderson, remind you that threats are never tolerated in this work environment. As much as you wanted to take action against Mr. Morris' dating pursuits, you yourself have earned quite questionable behavior by being a promiscuous as other employees label you. So if I may request, please take your seat so that we can continue this discussion peacefully.
Right.
And Mr. Morris, please contain yourself. It may be days before your performance evaluation, but I think you should focus more to what is at stake now. After all, I'll be the one evaluating you. And being aggressive at this point wouldn't do your credentials any good.
Can I ask you a question?
I think so. What is it?
Do you think Jennifer should go on a date with me?
And so I thought I made myself clear a while ago.
Why? She should. Together, you look good as an item.
Excuse me? Excuse me? I can hear you both. And no way would I go on the second, third floor
This one, I agree with Mr. Bailey. Miss Anderson, I cannot see what's wrong with dating a fine guy. He is. Incidentally, Mr. Morris has brought the greatest revenue in our department. What to lose?
Yes, he brought the highest revenue while you, Skylar, have been slacking from work. I even saw you answer the survey during work hours and even spread it to the whole office. I thought you'd get my silent warning then, but you had to continue doing it.
I thought it was fine by you. You didn't say anything back then, just an upset look.
That is my way of silent warning. I thought you're pro-affirmative action, especially in women empowerment. Well, I'll tell you this is not the way you treat a woman in your office, especially your marketing manager.
I'm sorry, Miss Anderson. I didn't intend it to mean that. I thought I'm just doing for Mr. Bonds. Because the whole office knows that you're fine with dating my coworker. On a casual basis, that is.
As rumor has it that even you one of the employees for a few months. Miss Anderson, this is not about gender bias or not. Anything, I believe, whether you like it or not, your past actions regarding that kind of behavior would likely result to what your co-employers or the office will perceive you now. And I recall recently you received a warning about two revealing dress code violation.
So you think she should go on date with me?
Still, I think a second date is fine.
Mr. Bailey, if I recall correctly, you agreed to this meeting because you noticed a decline in the performance of the sales and marketing department. And as to what I've heard from your office, your coworkers implied Mr. Morris and Ms. Anderson's issue to be one of those reasons. So why push the idea anymore?
That may be a reason, but both of them perform fine. If anything, it's Skylar's fault for taking too much time away from the office during lunchtime that's necessary.
Actually not. I mean, I'm not comfortable with the environment.
What do you mean?
You're being persistent. That it affects my ability to concentrate to my work. I mean, I've turned all of your advances down because I fear it might damage my work environment. And so far it does. For all I know, you're also pressured from the top management to make your numbers in sales.
Yes, I don't know. Honestly, I can't stay focused on managing our sales force anymore. I'm obsessed with social media, liking picture of Miss Anderson.
See? What I'm saying, Alex, it's this social media fault for decline.
Well, I like social media too. Even encourage our department to use it. But I only thought of it as perhaps a tool to bring in new clients and maybe to help us advertise what we should do. I think we should maximize our resources after all, and digital marketing is in nowadays.
Well, it did contribute to your sales for the first week or maybe so since the introduction to social media to the advice. But I received a report from the IT department that there has been an increase on the time spent for the social networking sites, and especially from the sales and marketing department. Though they can tell if it's company related or not, since there are many employees who are helping maintain the social networking site of all sports.
Yes, I was told all sports doesn't have software that can detect what type of computer it is. But still, I urge the use of social networking.
Even though you knew the possible misuse of social website, you still push the idea.
Why? Of course, Mr. Bailey. I have a positive feeling about it. At first, why are you so antagonistic about social media anyway?
Maybe because there's a hard time logging in on Facebook.
Because of misuse. It's proven enough. It can be used, let's say, improper media improperly bend your anger, just because you didn't like the outcome of your discussion with your Vice President of Sales and Marketing about freedom to bear arms.
Or disseminate a survey about going on dating a certain marketing manager. Look, Mr. Bailey, I admit I was wrong. You shouldn't have done it. And it's not Miss Anderson's fault if social medias are misused.
Jennifer is not to be blamed. I can even monitor my stock portfolio in the portal easily.
See? There are so many uses for it.
So you think we should go on a date again?
I cannot pass judgment about you and Mr. Moore's dating possibilities, nor Mr. Billy and Mr. Thomas got into abuse. Unfortunately as well, Macbeth didn't develop any ethical programs or even a code of ethics for us employees because we believe that Christian employees like us are enough for the ethics program of the company. Naturally, there is no question with that. Employees are hired for their religious values seconded only by their personal backgrounds. And however, I think changes are not that too late for this company. Well, what I'm trying to say is that it may be hard for us to come up with a solution
For your personal differences, though I am strongly positive that we can come up for an appropriate action for what every employee needs.
I suggest some should undergo training in proper behavior towards female employees.
Or give a last chance to Sam. Go out with him. Maybe it's not casual anymore. Maybe you both need something long-term after a divorce.
Don't start with my divorce, Mr. B. I'm practically burned from it.
Mr. Morris, if you still insist on going out with her and she openly rebukes it, I'm afraid at worst you will place a letter in your personal file, of course, proven that it's enough to create a hostile work environment. The conduct is severe, unwelcome, and pervasive.
Please, no.
So I think that you undergo proper behavior training. Still, I leave the rest of the session to Ms. Anderson's chances of getting a date. As for Mr. Bailey and Mr. Thomas, I suggest we do a counseling for both of you. We could discuss your personal differences and how individual values can be compromised.
Well, I also suggest that IT department do a massive electronic monitoring. To determine whether productivity is being reduced because of employees spending too much time on personal websites such as blog, IM, or even telephone.
I agree. They may be able to block inappropriate websites like Facebook or Twitter.
Or even Wattpad or track contents, keystroke or keyboards, and storing of data. In the way of misuse of social networking will be observed closely.
Be sure the IT department will notify employees who are being watched. Say the bigger surveillances. For instance, privacy issues,
I've been thinking about it as well. But don't you think all sports needs touchable, actual ethics program, realistic and measurable, and not just about unifying employees through a shared corporate culture like Christian beliefs? FSGO highly recommends it, right?
Hopefully, the board won't take it as a protest, but as a positive change for the company. But I like the idea.
I see. I'll try to call for a cultural audit. Maybe outside consultants can do an assessment for all sports. All sports values rather. Maybe by ethics resource center.
Or could be internally done as well. Confidentially and all.
Right. At any rate, I'll pass the conclusions to the HR managers
And hopefully to the Social Responsibility Committee of the Board of Directors to review suggested resolutions. Then maybe it's time all sports build a committee of high-ranking persons that will be known as ethics officers responsible in managing ethics and legal compliance programs. Is there any more concerns?
One final word, please encourage one another to treat each other with respect.
Like what the employee handbook says.